Hello, gentlemen and beautiful ladies. What I have behind me is one big chunk of meat. It is a beef loin top, sirloin butt. I don't know what all that means, but I actually have another video where I took these and cut them into like massive steaks like this, and that worked all real fine and everything. But since then I've watched, maybe 2-3 videos on guys taking these and splitting them in half and then cutting smaller sections of meat out of it. So since now I'm an expert from watching YouTube videos, I'm going to give it a shot. I may wind up with a bunch of meat for shish kebabs or something, or maybe hamburger meat. Nothing I can do about that, but I just got to give it a shot. Normally, as you can see that right there, I just take a big knife and I just cut steaks straight across there, and I probably get, 6 or 7 monster steaks. Problem is, around here, each steak is one person's. Yeah. But if you see this line, this muscle line, we're going to split that open, we're going to pull that apart, and then we're going to cut smaller sections of steaks. Because, got to keep up with that cardio diet. Too much red meat, So let's see what happens, I don't know what's going to go on. Hey y'all, I buy my beef this way. I also buy pork loins for pork chops because it's a lot cheaper. All I have to do is cut it up myself. And so I save quite a bit of money, probably a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars off each steak. Maybe more, depending on how big I make them or how thick I make them. So, it also lets me do what I want to do. Either thin, thick, whatever. Okay guys, let's give this a shot. You can see this is like a big muscle here, and then this here is another one, and that's one too. Alright guys, let's see how bad I can mess this thing up, because seriously, I'm not a butcher. And try to get below this muscle here down this. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. That's what I was looking for, y'all. See that? See, you can kind of pull it apart. That's where I was trying to get. Like I said, I'm no butcher. I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I got. Just a big chunk of meat right there. Okay. That, obviously, is going to be a bunch of steaks. Well, there is a learning curve with this. But no matter, it's all my meat. So anyway, I'm going to cut some steaks out of it. This is still very cold, so it's not the easiest to cut. But what you want to do is cut even steaks from one end to the other. These are about 1 inch thick. You can look, check that out. Supposed to cut across the grain. I think I'm doing that. I hope I'm doing that. If I'm not, well, when I cut it to eat it, I'll cut across the grain. Ugh. Still very cold. Yeah, see, it still froze. But sure does look good. Look at that. Now basically what I did is just split the top piece of meat off the bottom piece. It just split in half. So I'll get twice the amount of steaks. Instead of one big one, I'll get, 2 smaller size steaks. I am not a butcher. I can break down an animal, but I'm not the fine cut king. As you can tell. But I don't care. It's all beef. That's all that matters. Wow, look at the size of that one. Trim the fat. Trim the fat. Don't trim the fat off my steak. Unless you're going to throw it in some beans or chili. Actually, I'm pulling off some of this because it's just too big. Yeah. There's no meat in this piece. It's just a big chunk of fat. But when I go to make French fries, oh yeah. I'm just cubing this right here. Not cubing, cubing. This right here. And Like I said, shish kebabs is just little squares. I'm going to do the same with this one here. Okay, I took the silver skin off of this. This is like one big long muscle. So what we're going to do is cut it this way. And if you're a butcher, I really do apologize, because that's all I'm doing with this is butchering it. Anyway, but if you notice, it sure looks kind of like a filet mignon deal. We're going to smush that one down too. Take off the end, put that over there. That is going to be the Bobby Turner killer. I'm going to go ahead and cube this up. Okay guys, as you can tell, I got this big thing. Hell, it's probably 2-3 pounds. All these steaks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about a dozen steaks here, and that's a steak for one guy. I could probably just cut this right here, make 2 steaks. If I knew what the hell I was doing, I could actually probably cut more. But it doesn't matter. I know what I'm going to do with it. But this right here, I'm going to cook right now because I'm kind of hungry. So it looks like a meatball, but it's not. It's actually a steak. I'm just going to season the heck out of it and put it in a skillet. But that's the deal. That's the deal. Buy your own meat and learn how to cut it. I usually buy the prime rib, which is just a big long piece, and I just cut it perfectly into steaks. Super easy that way. This piece of meat is a little bit different. You got to follow the muscle grain and all that junk. So, but I still saved a lot of money. I'm going to make shish kebabs, and then some of these steaks I'll cut in half and do whatever. But give that a shot. Just go to Sam's, Costco. They sell them. This whole thing was like 55 bucks. So if you go price like 4 or 5 steaks, quality steaks at the store, they usually run in that $20 to $30 range. And I got, I don't even remember the damn count how many steaks I had here, but it was over a dozen. So there you go. It's like a dozen steaks, $5 a piece. Can't go wrong. And you can tell these aren't thin steaks. They're pretty darn thick. 2-finger jobs. You know, Texas sized. Alright y'all, appreciate you watching. There's nothing else to see because I'm just going to vacuum pack them. That shish kebab meat, 2 steaks, probably cut those into 4 steaks. Those are the thin ones. There's 3, I don't know, 3 or 4 in that one, and 2 more there.